Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with my mailbox over here. And you might be wondering, oh, why is it saying over here? It's because we got 2 goddamn surveys that I actually need to do. And so we'll decide whether or not they're like a whole video or like separate ones. Does really depend on the topical matter. But yeah. There's one over here where you don't get asked right for fulfilling it. And then there's this other special one over here. I've heard this one's really important, but I've heard this one's important as well. So we're going to be starting out with this one because, of course, we've got to do a whole update on, or really a kind of like a review of Wuthering Waves 3.4, because there's a lot of good, but there's also a lot of bad that occurred. And most of the good is on like the actual game itself, and most of the bad is, well, it's on the end game. And of course, the letter over here is from Yang Gang. I'm not gonna fucking read it because, like, bro, she talks too much. Yeah, that's how we're gonna go about it. All right, so terms of service, yeah, click the start button. Let us know your age. Yeah, if I just click under 18, that'd be the fastest survey ever. Let's say I'm 31 today. Yeah, no, I'm feeling 31 today. All right, so far, how would you rate your overall experience in Wuthering Waves version 3.4, The Dream Not Dreamed? Includes the side story, the blah, 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 the new events, all of that. All right, so, satisfied. I would say satisfied. I will say satisfied as a whole, because I'm including everything in version 3.4. And I think like on like a raw content side, event side, story side, it's a very satisfied. But for other stuff, it brings it down. So yeah, that's where we'll go with that one. All right, how satisfied are you with the following environment visuals? Very. World exploration. For what it's worth, the world exploration for me was good, but it could have been better. I'd like to see Night City expanded on more in the future, but obviously that would require an opportunity for it. But yeah, I think like as like a visual spectacle, it's great, but it is limited in where you can go. But I mean, it looks great. I feel like I'm in 2077, which is applause worthy by itself, right? I'm not in Britain, or I was in Britain. Where's Britain? Who's Britain? Music and sound effects. Bro, they got all the shit from Cyberpunk. It's fucking cash money, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? It's really good. And story, aside from some small stuff like Rebecca and Lucy being like buddy, but apparently this was actually recognized by the devs themselves in the notes. Yeah, if you like read the character thoughts, apparently like it's like they recognized they weren't actually that tight. So yeah, it's even that was accounted for as well. They were kind of like, yeah, we're playing within the confines over here. So yeah, I can respect that too. So performance optimizations, seems like it was good. Obviously not at the point where Star Torch Academy is running properly, but they reduced the file size dramatically, right? And Night City and everything else in the collab, the moon and stuff, it runs well. So yeah, it's kind of like the same game as before, but it's way less gigs, right? So yeah, I'll put satisfied for that. It could be better though. Could definitely be better though in the future. And resonator building. How satisfied are you with the resonator building? Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna put dissatisfied. I'm gonna put very dissatisfied. I'm gonna put dissatisfied because I like the Atom Smasher Echo, but I don't like what the fuck they did with the story gating shit. Can you make the text bigger? I can't, bro. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm trying my best, but I can't. Yeah, no, this shit is like stuck. I could try zooming it. Nah, that shit ain't working. Yeah, no, this is just... Yeah, no, we're fucked. Yeah, no, sorry. Hey, blame Kuro Gaze for using this shitty HTML web app. Or not just providing a goddamn link to this goddamn thing. All right, resonator visuals. Very satisfied. I don't think anyone could disagree about the collab characters and Lucilla having some very, very, very good animations, right? And then combat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a very dissatisfied because, like, bro, you kind of fuck the end game in the ass. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, co-op experience. I'll put neutral for the first time ever because the racing thing was like kind of fun, but like it was also kind of bad. Like that shit was hella laggy, and like the races themselves were the first track is so bad it's unbelievable, bro. It's a straight line. With no rubber banding mechanics or power-ups, bro, it's just, how can you have a race that's a straight line? So it's just, nobody has any opportunity to ever catch up, and it's just, if you're in the front, you're in the front forever. Bro, like, that's not how races are supposed to work. That wasn't fun. Events and challenges. Star Torch Racing rerun. I mean, I think the events as a whole were like okay. Yeah. I mean, they weren't like. I think as like a basis, they weren't bad. If they had better tracks, Star Torch Racing would be a lot better. I think that's just the thing. Yeah, it's not like to the point where this is like, oh, dog shit, never run this again. But it could use some work in the future. And UI design. No, I would say it looks good. Yeah, I would say the UI design looks pretty solid to me. I don't think there's anything that I'm necessarily complaining about. Yeah, no, especially the Cyberpunk stuff. It looks great. Like the hacking in the story that you do and the codes. Yeah, it looks fine. What do you think about the amount of playable content? I think it's ample playtime. I think for a 30-day patch, this is ample playtime. When you consider that, we're gonna get into like the yang marketing in like 3 or 4 days. Yeah, we're getting into the yang marketing in the next like 3 or 4 days. We got like the Elusive Realm reset. We got 2 holograms. One of them is both of them are kind of shit though. And then we also got like 2 story segs. We also got like a bunch of like the endgame resets and stuff like that. Yeah, for a 30-day update, I remember saying before I thought like the first half went by super fast and then the second half was going by slowly, but I don't really think it's going by that slow, to be honest. Yeah, it feels like it is going back. It is going by pretty fast as well. So yeah, no, I think for a 30-day patch, this is very good. Yeah, no, yeah, time's going by pretty fast for me right now. It's been a rush. It still feels like Lucilla came out a couple days ago. All right. How satisfied are you with Star Torch Racing Rerun? Overall satisfaction. I think I'm neutral on it. Gameplay enjoyment. I like racing. It's not bad. But when they introduce drifting in the next patch, racing's going to get a lot better. Because essentially, drifting is like the only way for like race games to actually like feel competitive if they're not going to have power-ups. Because drifting is like how you like round corners and stuff and like... You know what? It's the only skill expression you can really have in a fucking racing game, and we didn't have that here. It's just, hey, did you get in front first? Did you have better connection than everybody else and get in front first? Compatibility with the World of Wuthering Waves. I think the racing event is perfect for the World of Wuthering Waves. I don't think there's any like as long as you have a lore reason for the bike to be there, I don't see any reason. I don't see how it stands out or looks bad. UI design looks good, but it's not like, I don't think it's very satisfied level, but there's nothing I'm necessarily complaining about. Gameplay innovation. Dude, this is the part that pisses me off. You had like the structure to make this okay with like power-ups and stuff like that, but then you just made the races, you just have the bike and nothing else. You can't even like drift. All you can do is turn and invisible walls. It's whatever. Input and feedback during challenges. I had an issue where I like used the flying thing when I didn't want to, and like I feel like that's something you can do very often, is accidentally trigger flying mode, which makes you slower than riding on the ground, but like can give you some advantages. But like, yeah, I feel like it can naturally occur sometimes and you don't really like it. And challenge difficulty. It's entirely dependent on the device that you're using in your connection. I feel like that shit was impossible for mobile players, because like they would lag, and they'd also have bad connection. So it's like, yeah, you're always getting last place. Why is Star Torch Racing Rerun not satisfactory? Easily interfered or affected by other players. Yes, you literally can't get some of the rewards if you're not first place, and like some people literally just can't get first place because their connection and their device isn't good. Like literally, you won't be able to get the event rewards if you're like if your specs aren't good enough. I didn't like the BGM. I think it was fine. I like racing games, but I'm not interested. Nah. Challenges were too difficult. Theoretically, yes, because some of them were impossible. Too many random interfering elements like your latency. Lag, bro. Track design is unreasonable. The first track is a straight line, bro, with no opportunities to catch up. The second is, or the fourth is a giant spiral that isn't as bad, but is just exhausting. Because like, think about it this way. Imagine driving on a straight highway, versus driving on a highway where there's always like a 15-degree angle. And so you like constantly need to like keep your steering wheel turned like a little bit like this. And you just gotta hold it like right there the whole time. That was the fourth track, basically, is just, it was all at like a certain degree angle, and you just had to hold that the whole fucking time. And it's not necessarily that easy to do it, but like, bro, it's just exhausting. It's just tiring, bro. I'm not a NASCAR driver, bro. So a NASCAR track? Yeah, I think there's a reason why I don't watch that shit. It's fucking boring. All right, gameplay felt too similar? I don't think so. I just don't like co-op? No. I just don't like racing? No. It took too long? I don't necessarily think so. I didn't like the UI. Challenges were too easy. Yeah, if you had good ping, you could just mog everybody else, bro. It's just like, yeah, you literally pay to win event. Overall, gameplay felt repetitive and monotonous. Yeah, on the fourth track, absolutely. Lack of instructions. I think if you can't figure out the racing event, you're probably not going to figure out anything. So it's that. This just for like, it's Kuro. Somebody clicks this, just ban them from service. I like co-op games, but I'm not interested. No, it's not that one. It took too long. I don't think so. Overly detailed. Well, yeah, it did take too long. It did take too long, depending on your ping. Because I guess some people, they try going for first place when their device was not built for it. And I guess if you just imagine you're playing on like the shittiest phone ever, you just got to keep going again until the other two teammates are also on shitty phones. So it's really just a matter of who's actually the best driver working with what you got. Like, yeah, you're just re-rolling the lobby until you get two other mobile users. I bet some people did that, bro. I bet that was not a fun experience. Number of players allowed in co-op is too low. I think I kind of do want more. If it's going to be a game mode like this, I think you can do more than 3 players for sure. Lack of interactions with other. Bro, you just sitting there, bro, the other people in this event are just ghost racers. You know how they have those games where, like, because you had no friends, you had to go play against yourself in the racing games, where your previous time, that was like your best one ever, would like drive alongside you and like, well, you would try to beat yourself. The other players are basically just ghost racers because you can't interact with them at all. I guess you could bump into them, but that would require you guys to be right next to each other, and like, you won't be because one of you is lagging. All right. Lack of catch-up mechanics. Oh my god. Yes, bro. What do you do on a straight track? There's no power-ups. It's just a straight track. You're all at the same max speed. What do you do if you're not in the front when the race starts? What do you do if you're not in the front? You just lose. Because there's no way you will ever catch up. It's so pointless. It's like, bro, you don't even have to play test that. And you would just be like, wait, bro, this shit is miserable if I don't get a running start. And it's not even fun if I'm in first place because, bro, I'm just driving in a straight line. I don't know what they were doing with that. Repetitive gameplay. Each stage was too short. Yeah, no, I think that's the main ones. Why was it satisfactory? I don't think it took that long. I like racing games. They're fun. The track design is not good. Co-op is not stable. I can play with friends. Not that I did, though. And I like co-op. Yeah, we'll do that. How satisfied are you with Depths of the Elusive Realm Dream Chasers? And this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say, unfortunately. And this is going to rustle a couple of your guys' jimmies. I haven't experienced it yet. Yeah, no, this is the thing. I have been taking my time with the content in this update because there's been so much shit going on outside of the game. So like, yeah, I haven't experienced it yet. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that at some point, but yeah, it's just, bro, there's so much other shit that I've been doing this patch. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's so much other shit. I heard they made it better though, but this is my viewpoint on this game mode. A lot of people like it. A lot of people think it's the best shit ever. I just think it's like okay, but I typically get bored after like 1 or 2 runs. That's my viewpoint on it. I'm still satisfied with my experience from last patch's Elusive Realm. And I haven't felt the need to go back in there, get retardedly overpowered, and then just go mow down enemies mindlessly again. It's low attention span, second monitor gameplay that is just me building, like getting to a point where I'm basically playing like fucking Path of Exile 2, where I'm mindlessly spamming one button and blowing up every enemy on the screen. And it's kind of just like, after I've done that once or twice in this game, I kind of like, it kind of like loses the appeal of like going in and doing it again the next patch. That's just my personal take. It's been like a whole been there, done that sort of thing for me. A lot of people like the power fantasy of what's going on over here. I only need it like every couple. I personally only need it like every 60 days. Play with the 1 HP. I don't find the 1 HP Elusive Realm run to be fun. It's not fun to me to be able to lose 20 minutes worth of progress because of like lag or because I didn't dodge one attack. To me, I don't find that fun, especially because it's just I have so many better things to do with my time. I have so many better things to do with my time than do a 1 HP challenge for no rewards. I'm sorry. I have better shit to do than do that. Some people don't have that much stuff to do, and so they can repeatedly do that over and over. It's just, what am I getting out of it? Not much other than fun in exchange for my time. But, like, to me, there's not really a lot of, like, lasting. It's just going to reset the next patch anyways, blah, 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 all of that stuff. And it's just, like, I already did it last patch. So that's my personal take on it. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are more individuals that might have the same viewpoint as me. Because I don't think Elusive Realm, to this degree, needs to run every patch. I think that if it ran on the kind of, like, bi-patchly basis, once every 2 patches, that might actually be better. So then it would be something that people could like look forward to. Oh man, I'm gonna be able to play my overpowered characters now. Oh wait, XYZ came out, and oh, Qing Zhao and Jing Ran came out. Oh, and then the Elusive Realm was coming out too. Oh, that'd be sick. I'd rather they rotate this with Virtual Crisis. One patch is VC, the other patch is Elusive Realm, and they just go one after another, kind of like that. Because I don't really, like, I would have preferred to have played Virtual Crisis this patch or something like that. And I like that it's a combat event. I like that it's in there. But you want to know what I'm happy about? I'm happy that this isn't running next patch. And then I'll just play Virtual Crisis instead because I'm kind of tired of the gameplay here. And that's mainly just it. And again, guys, if you don't have that viewpoint, if you're having fun, if you love that it's running twice, that's perfectly fine. It's just not for me to have this 2 patches in a row. And I think I've explained all the reasons for why. All right. How satisfied are you with Nightmare Challenge Atom Smasher? It's like satisfied. I'm not very happy with it, but I think it's a good fight. I like that you're able to take it on with the regular characters, but like, bro, he's such a joke when you use... The hard parts about him is him being invulnerable. You know what? I'll just put neutral. The hard parts about the fight is that it takes a long fucking time, and this dude's just invulnerable for like 95% of it, and gains like massive fucking shields and shit. And if you're using the Cyberpunk Edgerunners team, bro, they just obliterate his ass immediately. He's just a fucking joke. He's literally like a joke. And then when you don't use the Cyberpunk team, it's like bro is annoying. Bro is simply annoying to fight. He is just an annoying fight. And I think that's the best way to describe it. It's not something that I want to like do again. It's not really a fight that I want to experience again. Like, cause it kind of just feels like a chore. It kind of just feels like a chore at certain points. The fight is way too easy when using the collab characters, and the effects he gains, like invulnerability, regen, etc., are a nice challenge, but feel unfun and unfair relative to other fights. His base moveset is also extremely easy to work against, so he's like an odd blend of needing to lock in while also relaxing during the beginning of the fight. That's the best way I'll describe it. This guy is a joke in his first phase, regardless of the team that you're using. And then the second you hit the second phase, or like whatever, with a non-collab team, bro just turns into like this invulnerable, like fucking, dude, he's like invulnerable for like a fucking minute. Bro, he's literally invulnerable for like a fucking minute. It's just annoying to fight him. How satisfied are you with Matrix Reform? I'm gonna be honest, bro. Why the fuck? Bro, this event came out yesterday. Kuro, this event came out yesterday. And it's time gated. What the fuck? It's the hacking event? Okay, great. And then it would just be like a quick little running. Why do you even need feedback on that shit then, bro? Doesn't matter. It's just a, oh, I went from camera to camera. I don't really care about it. Hacking has never been like that. I've never been, bro, this is my personal take. If you did like Netrunner hacking gameplay in Cyberpunk 2077, you're a pussy. No, straight up. Like, I feel like you're like a pussy. Like, bro, like you out here like fucking fighting enemies through cameras and just go shoot them, pussy. Go stab them with your katana. Bro, like, what are you doing out here like fucking, like, fucking nerd, bro? Anyways, that's just my personal take on people using Netrunner builds, you fucking pussy. Anyways, how satisfied are you with Phantasma Dreamland Rhapsody? Bro, you fucked up weeklies. This is another thing really bad about this patch. They nerfed weeklies, but gave you an additional way to do them. But the new way, which is this, is both slower and less fun. And you lost your free echoes. Nobody does this. This shit is ass. Bro, I even did a comparison where I tried to do this versus just Fantasy's 1,000 Gateways, the baseline weekly mode that we have, right? Where we get like the fucking deformed Elusive Realm, where you're like, we have three teammates. Bro, that shit takes like 9-10 minutes. This takes like 20 to get the points. This shit takes like 20 to get the points. It takes like twice as long. They said it's faster. It's not. And bro, I crashed out so hard when I spent like 10 minutes on this thing and got half my points. I needed to do it again. And bro, I was not having fun doing it the first time. Anyways, why is it not satisfactory? Bitch, have you played it? Like, bro, come on. Like, okay, let me give the actual reasons. To obtain the full 6,000 points, you need to play this game mode for way too long. The current time it takes to get 3,000 points is about 7 to 10 minutes. Just make the first 5 days give you 6K and move on. This is a joke. Like, bro, but this is not the hill you want to die on as a developer. Just fucking cut the need in half. Bro, this shit is just stupid. Right now, this shit is the dumbest thing I've ever seen them add to the game because nobody should ever do it. It's literally slower than the existing way. It feels unplay tested. It literally feels like it wasn't play tested at all. Not balanced. Bro, it's like, it'd be like Call of Duty releases a new gun in their multiplayer mode and it one-shots everybody and it fires 1,000,000 rounds a second. That's like what this is, but it's the opposite. Bro, it's a gun where you shoot it and it deals 0 damage and they just released it like that. And so you're just out here watching gameplay clips of somebody fucking tracking a dude firing for 20 seconds and he doesn't die. And it's just, that's just how it released. It's supposed to be faster and it's slower. And it's the most worthless add-on the game has ever gotten. And it actually took away the free echo boxes at the same time. You also removed the free echo boxes from the tacit claim rewards as well. From weeklies. So you added a useless mode that nobody plays because it takes too long as an option to buff weeklies. Then you actually nerfed the rewards at the same time. Weeklies are objectively worse this update compared to the past. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, you advertised the weeklies, made the whole new fucking UI, all that shit, and they're worse than they were last patch. That's like what I would expect Hoyoverse to do. But this is the thing. It's not that big of a deal. It's just annoying to see a company take 2 steps backwards and 0 steps forward. No, this is not a 1 step backwards, 2 steps back. This is 0 steps forward, 2 steps back. And while the steps aren't big and they're not that impactful, and this will not really do anything to the game, it's sort of just like, why the fuck would you do this? Guys, it's like somebody hands you $1 million and then like tickles your balls, but you're not into that. You're like, dude, thank you for $1 million, but like, stop tickling my balls. Like, that's what this feels like. Because they're making a great game, doing all these great things, but they're like doing this shit I don't like. And like, this is the type of shit where I'm just like, obviously it's like, because you gave me $1 million, like I can take a tickle or two, right? But like, bro, like please stop doing weird shit like this. It's a give and take relationship with these developers, right? And Kuro's clearly given enough to get away with shit like this. But just stop doing shit like this. It's not that hard. All right. How satisfied are you with Fantasies 1000 Gateways? Bro, I'ma just, hey, compared to the other shit, I'ma put very satisfied. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, compared to the other, now that I know how bad it can get, yeah, I'ma put very satisfied here. Fuck it. Fuck that. Yeah, because if I don't, they might remove this and Phantasma Dreamland's all I'm gonna be able to play. Yeah, no, so I'm gonna make sure they keep this, bro. Bro, it's boring. It takes so long. It's ass. Well, what's the alternative? What's the alternative? You gonna go play Phantasma Dreamland? Bro, put very positive. Bro, put very satisfied or they might remove this shit. Then we're actually fucked. Which of the following statements best describes your familiarity? Oh, they didn't even ask me no more questions. They just moved on. Thank God, bro. I already talked about it enough. I'd rather play Fantasies 1000 Gateways for the rest of my life than play Phantasma Dreamland a single... Not the rest of my life, but like I'd rather play it like 5 times than play Phantasma Dreamland once. Yeah, that's a good enough ratio. That's bit of a backtrack, but you know what I mean. All right, so which of the following statements best describes your familiarity with Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, or the Cyberpunk IP? I have watched the anime and played this game and liked this IP before the collaboration was announced. Yes, I'm a nerd. To what extent did the Cyberpunk collaboration with Edge Runners influence your commitment to Wuthering Waves? So you can see, they're really leading into the collab stuff with this part of the survey. We're actually going to make sure to get some good answers over here. Entirely because... Nope. Not at all. I would have played Wuthering Waves regardless. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put not at all because, yes, I'm a day one player, bro. Like, it can't. Otherwise, if you played before the collab was announced, you have to select option 2. Like, if you had an account before the collab was announced, there's no way you could put anything except option 2. It is what it is. All right. How has the Cyberpunk Edge Runners collaboration affected your behavior regarding Wuthering Waves in the following aspects? Willingness to play. I mean, it was already high before, so I'll just put slightly increased. I'm not going to say it dramatically increased it. It was like, yeah, it's higher than before because it's cool, but it's not like I was like going from 0 to 100. It's like 80 to 90. Willingness to pay. I was already paying a lot. And this is my personal take. I felt like S6R5ing the Cyberpunk characters, but then I also just didn't really feel like it either. I don't know why. It's like I wanted to. I haven't even claimed my free sequence node yet for any of the units. I guess, like, to me, I don't know. It's just I haven't felt the need to like pull or like want to pull the part of me is kind of just like, damn, how good can I make my S0R1 Cyberpunk team? And this is the thing, my S0R1 Cyberpunk team is really good, bro. It's like fucking shit up. It's like, bro, I bet it's better than your Imouth. Like that's how good it is. So yeah, I mean, I was already spending a lot anyway, so I'll put no impact. Yeah, they know my credit card history. Willingness to share, bro. I get to go talk about 10Z and Soulja Boy. That's cool. All right, brand recognition. They know the right questions to make. I think these two are obviously giga personal, but I feel like these last two over here, it can be a little bit more mainstream, right? Because you got to factor in, okay, right? If you see a 10Z, Jungkook, all of that, if you wanted to share that 10Z was playing it, yeah, you got to click significantly. If you wanted to tell people that Soulja Boy was playing the Cyberpunk collab, you got to select significantly increase. If you hearing about somebody play the collab makes you interested in seeing how people react, then yeah, you're at a significantly increase for both of those. And I'm pretty sure that was the moment for a lot of people. Asmon Gold, all those individuals. So yeah, I think it has to be a significantly for the last two. Now, based on the game so far, do you have any additional feedback or suggestions? All right, so clearly I did again the end game combat. Stop HP inflating the end game by 20% every reset. In this 3.4 update, you had more HP inflation in Whimpering Wastes of Adversity than the entire past year combined. This is like a person gaining 50 pounds in 4 weeks. That would be unbelievable. But that is what you are doing to your end game. I think that's enough, right? Like, that's... Do you need any more than that? WuWa needs to go on a diet, bro. WuWa's endgame need to be going on a diet, bro. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. All right. All right. So that's going to be our survey number 1. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, survey number 1 over here. That one was obviously, right, centered a lot on the actual, like, content in the update. And, of course, the receptionist to the collab. And, obviously, there are going to be a couple of other versions of this survey floating around. Now, let's go ahead. And I guess with that one sorted out, I guess let's give our thoughts. I'm looking at the timer recording on this video. We're already on, like, 36 minutes. I think we're going to separate the surveys out into different videos. This first survey over here focused a lot, right? It focused a lot on the actual content in the patch. And it focused a lot on, well, how you felt about the events, how you felt about the new additions. I think that there's a lot of good in this patch. A lot of good. And by the main definition of good over here, I'm talking about the actual raw content. Oh, I got my gift. Nice. But there's also a lot of, like, dumb things that occurred in between. Some, like, very, very odd decisions that I feel like Kuro needs to be made hyper aware of. Because sometimes I'm not even sure if they know that they're making these mistakes. For example, whatever happened over here with the weekly mode, bro, it actually feels like this shit was done as like an afterthought. Because on a simple playtest, you would realize that this is just objectively worse than what it was last patch. You just get less things. You get baited into wasting your time. This is just an outright lie. Estimated clear time, 6 to 12 minutes. Shut the fuck up, bro. Who the fuck is getting 6K points in 12 minutes? Bro, a professional? What? I need to go... Bro, I need to go get a speedrunner to get this score. Bro, show me anyone getting 6K points in 12 minutes. Need to go fucking... Yeah, need to act... Bro, let's get this on games done quick. Bro, let's get this on games done fast. They got a new event coming up, right? Hey, let's check somebody's splits. It's bullshit. Right? A lot of this stuff is bullshit. And I'm glad that I was able to use that survey as a more critical opportunity to actually just break down what wasn't good in this patch. Because if that gets Kuro's attention, they know what not to do in the future while they're delivering us great content. Because like I said before, the analogy of the $1 million and then the kick in the nuts, that's kind of what's going on over here. The content, the patches, all of that stuff, it's great. But then stuff gets removed. But it's not even, like, removed from, like, a, like, deceptively predatory or, like, bad angle. Bro, all they did over here was remove, like, some free echoes, which aren't a big deal, but then kept all the Astrite and the tutor rewards. If they were truly, like, the most greedy, disgusting bastards ever, they would remove the Astrites or the tutors, right? But then they removed the stuff that's, like, free and grindable. And so it's like, oh, you're not really, like, losing any, like, actual, like, currency. So, yeah. It is what it is. Oh, I guess they added 10 tuners. Did they add 10 tuners? I don't know, bro. It is what it is. Basically, my take is this is a good patch, but it could have been better. And the things that would have made it better are very, very, very small things. So, yeah. That's the state of Wuthering Waves at the end of version 3.4. I think there's a reason why you don't see a lot of videos talking about what's bad in this game. It's not because I try to avoid it. It's not because I'm here to just endlessly glaze this game. It's because you really gotta search. You really gotta dig. And that's why we had to get into the fucking nitty-gritty technical analysis of structured design to find out what's wrong with this patch. And hopefully you enjoyed it today. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.